You searched me out just to fight with me. What's the meaning of this? Right. In that case, no more pussyfooting around. Come, let's fight.
First things first, you're the first athlete I've ever interviewed that has dressed better than me. I just want that on the record, okay? So congratulations on that. But I got to ask you this question. As we sit here right now, just days removed from your trilogy with Dustin Porier, why are you here? Why are you here considering all that you've accomplished in your life and in your career? Why are you here for this fight?
I love the thrill of it, Stephen. I love it all. I love the fight. I love the business about it. I love everything about it. People ask me that all the time. Why am I here? Am I too accomplished to be here? But it's what I love to do. It's all I do.
But if people are asking you that question, they obviously feel that looking at you, they believe that you may have lost something. Forget skill for a second. I'm talking about passion. You've got people questioning whether or not the passion to do this is still there for you. Where do you think they get that from?
Am I the hungry lion I once was? Maybe not. It's certainly different, but I'm now the fat cat. You know what I mean? I'm the fat cat pulling all the strings around here, and that's an even more dangerous individual. So, and I'm also, cutting weight, so I am hungry. So I'm eager to get in there and prove all the people, all my doubters wrong and all my supporters correct. I do a lot of this for the fans. I love to get in and show my appreciation for the fans.
Some people believe, however, that you're not as dangerous as you used to be.
Yeah, well,
they don't feel that way. Okay, because obviously,
every time I sit in an interview, it's, why are you here? You've too much money. You're too successful. You've done it all. Blah blah blah. In the last fight, I kind of bought into that. I was in the press conference and a guy was reading out a quote of mine from many years ago where I was like, talking about, I can't wait. I'm gonna put my mother in a mansion. I'm gonna, my girlfriend's gonna have a car for her every day of the week, and I was feeding into that. Wow, I did all this. I'm not even. I'm where I am. I'm grateful. I'm proud of where I am and what I've achieved. But there's a lot more left in me. I'm still very young. I'm very fresh in the game, and I'm a dangerous man, Stephen. I'm the most dangerous of them all. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would say so. There's a few things. A tactical. I wasn't, like I said, I pitied the man. To be honest with you, I wasn't. I was looking past him. I had a Manny Pacquiao camp in place, and that was 3/4 of the camp. So I've dialed it back. I only count knockouts. Dustin's record is 13 wins, 2 losses. The only thing that's final in this business is a knockout. All the other the decisions, the taps, all that means nothing to me. I'm coming to take a man's head off, and that's it. You know what I mean? I was aiming to put a few holes in his head the last time. Now I'm going to put a few holes in his head and send it into the bleachers.
What about somebody that looks at Conor McGregor and said, "Excuse me, sir, that just happened to you"? What do you say to them about that?
Yeah, well, here we go again.
Doing that research, I read that your parents didn't want you to get into this game. You even got into a fight with your dad until you told him one day you're going to see I'm going to be a millionaire. And you told him that, and you obviously accomplished that goal.
When that conversation was going on with my parents, you were in the same boat as my parents. There was no game. It wasn't I was getting into a game. There was no game. I made this game. I built it up. My father said to me, at the time, I think it was Chuck Liddell and Tito and those guys that were kind of, and it was like, how much do they make? Can you make a living out of it? And you couldn't. So I'm just trying to convince, I'm going to make a living out of this. I'm going to make it a business where you can make it a living. And that was basically it. So, they didn't know what it was.
But that's where I'm going. Because you accomplished those.
People mistake me for a celebrity. I break people's faces for money and bounce. That's what I do. So Saturday night, I'm going to do it again.
Who's next, assuming you beat Dustin?
I would go for that lightweight belt. The lightweight belt, of course. Okay. Oliveira, the Brazilian.
Okay.
Then we'll look to replicate. We'll go back up weight divisions and whatnot. And
what about Nate Diaz? A trilogy.
Of course, that's all. That has to happen. That must take place. That fight will take place. Of course. Switched roles almost. I've stayed in that mode that I need to be in, and even if I would say like rest days, like on a rest day, when I would have rest day around my family, it's not really a rest day. I'm playing with the kids. I'm busy. My rest days have been true rest days. So then when I go again for my next round of work, I'm energized, I'm refreshed, and it's shown in the practice room.
Was that your idea, or was it a loved one, someone close to you that suggested that's what you needed to do?
It's my idea. It's not an idea. It's what I'm doing, and that's the way it is.
So Saturday night, when this fight is over, what will we walk away saying about Conor McGregor?
The greatest of all time. What a dangerous man. Shouldn't have doubted him. The usual. Floyd. But it went well.
He was more than
yeah,
grateful to you. He told me that personally. He was more than grateful to you. But my last question to you would be
Of course,
this.
he has a picture of me in the gaff in his house.
He does.
He has fun to do.
He does.
I have no problem with Floyd. It wasn't a good look for him to face against that man in his last
Logan Paul.
It
Exhibition.
didn't feel right. He didn't even feel right. You could see it in him. We can go again if he wants. You know what I mean? I feel that's going to happen at some stage down the line.
Last question: win by KO or just to win? Saturday night.
KO out on a stretcher. This man is going.